You have no idea how many times I've tried to film this. I had the budgies in the first one and it worked quite well except for the noise. So I tried to film it again twice at least on my iPhone, but it accidentally set my iPhone to high resolution and the upload was just too high to even just transfer onto the Mac using my cable, so I have no idea. This is the last time I'm going to try filming this, so either this one goes up and you're seeing this one, or you're going to see a version with a lot of budgie noises, and a lot of apologies about the budgie noises, which just got a bit ridiculous. Okay, so this is my first time uploading to YouTube a BookHaul. Not my first time filming, and definitely not my first time buying books. So my name's Maria, and welcome to my channel, NH Books. I should do a little roadie title or something. Nah, okay. I'm going to run through quite quickly because upload speeds is also an issue for the internet, and we've had so many issues with this. And actually, I quite like the light this time, so maybe it was a good thing. I'm learning the time of day that I need to film, but of course that changes during the year, doesn't it? The first book, brand new, I bought, but only for €3 in the local bookshop, and it is a beautiful Joseph O'Connor book. The Thrill of It All. I will try, I've noticed from all the other videos, to stop waggling the books around. This one is about a band in the 1980s. It looks like it's going to be a really funny. Let's look at all the blurbs at the front. So the blurb, can you see? So that one is hugely enjoyable, touching and beautifully drawn. Irish Times. Yeah. Well, it looks like it's going to be good. Let's hope it is. Poor Joseph O'Connor. I just dismissed this book. This is one of the few that I've actually bought brand new and at full price. I collect Tramp Press books, and you can see in my Tramp Press books just there. See the bright green spice. We have Persephone books. Then we have 3 other stories. I have a subscription to that, and all the rest of them that are vertical rather than horizontal, all Tramp Press books, include Solar Bones, which is a prize winner. The lovely independent book publishers, Irish. Don't have to be Irish to be good. The rest of them are actually English or British of some kind, I think. They're up there, obviously. This is ridiculous. I'm just talking myself into circles. Obviously, there's more that there's independent publishers all over the world. This is the third in the collection. It's the first in recovered voices. So these would be authors, kind of like the Persephone idea, where they've reprinted them because they don't think they got the kudos that they should have gotten. This is Victorian writer. Her name is Charlotte Riddle. She's Irish. She would be Anglo-Irish, I'd say, at this stage, if she's writing. I don't know an awful lot about it. I know I like the publisher. I thought this would be a great book for Victober. Last year we fulfilled two challenges. The not very reviewed one, I think it says 2 reviews, so not very popular or reviewed. So this is 12 reviews on Goodreads, sorry. Or an Irish or a Scottish or Welsh one, so this one would have been fulfilled as a Scottish one. It also fulfills a female author. So would that have been 3 challenges last year? Can we have a repeat of the challenges? I'd love to do that. I won't be reading all of Victober, because October is also a scary month, and I like to read horror. I like to watch horror movies and read horror books. I prefer to read the books, and I would probably be concentrating on both horror novels between the 2 weeks before and after Halloween, so at the end of October, beginning of November. So the beginning of October only, I would hope to join in October. And dear God, I have to hurry up. I can talk forever. The Unlikely Pilgrimage of Howard Fry. I think I posted a comment of this on, it wasn't Savage Reads. I can't remember whose channel it was. Who bought this book? Somebody bought this book, and I said, they bought it for a reread, and I said, oh, I DNF'd that. but I must reread it again. So I did pick it up again, and I picked it up and go, oh, I've never read this. I must have read another Rachel Joyce book, and I must have probably said at the front of it, the author of The Unlikely Pilgrimage of Howard Fry, and I got confused. So if I DNF'd a Rachel Joyce book, it wasn't this one, and I do have to read it because everybody else has, and it's seemingly it's uplifting, and I need a little bit more joy in my life. I'm going to go for this one. I love this one. I love them all, but I love this one. The Crimson Petal and the White. The story behind this one is I borrowed this from the library when it first came out. I think it was a brand new copy. And so I think this is an early notice book, about 2002 that came out originally. So it was that long ago. I got it then. I loved it. It really stuck with me. So I wanted to borrow it again from the library, but I hadn't actually paid any attention to the name of the book or the author of the book. So even though I looked and looked, I could never find it again. And then I started watching BookTube about a year and a half ago, and this is one of the really popular books on BookTube, as most people should know. I hope it's still for a change. And I decided, I'd listen to it on audio from Audible, because I had a credit. And I listened to the first sentence and went, that's the book I've been looking for like a decade. It's amazing. So I really enjoyed it on audio as a format as well. I will be obviously rereading this again, because it's obviously one of these books that I can revisit every few years. Maybe it's only every 10 years. So I picked this up in a chapter, second-hand department, which is upstairs in the Dublin store. It's a beautiful edition with a ribbon. I normally do this to my work card lays. Look how pretty that book is. It's not sure I like the end covers, but it's a gorgeous edition, and I really like the illustration at the back. And I think it might actually be a library edition, rather than just a normal hardback, and it might even be a first edition. I don't know. I liked it. That's why I got it. Adam Neville. I broke my rule. I'm not supposed to have more than 2 books of an author unread on my shelves and buy and like a third book unread, because you should read the books you have first. But in this case, it was only a year in a charity shop, and it's based in St Andrews, and I used to live in St Andrews. That's where I did my PhD. It's a beautiful medieval town. It's the oldest university in Scotland, and I always wanted to set a story there, so I want to see how well Adam Neville did. He better have done it justice. Like I could write their story. These two, my cheats. Again, I always cheat. I allow myself 1 book from either Kenny's.ie or Book Depository, which I picked just off using a random number generator off my TBR from Goodreads. So you don't feel like you're just adding these books you want to read but never ever get any of them. So each book has a chance every month to be bought. I'm only supposed to get 1. I bought 2 because they're series. My Goodreads friend, one of them just said, wow, that's the whole description for this book. So The Unquiet Dead, so it's a Muslim detective. It refers to victims from the Bosnian War in the 1990s. The author is Asuma Zehanat Khan. I am horrendous at pronouncing names, and also I think I'm forgetting to mention some of our authors. I'll link everything down below because that's not fair. As somebody who can't write very well, to ignore the people who can. The writing's supposed to be phenomenal. The mysteries are supposed to be really good. And it deals with some, just what's it like to be a Muslim in Canada, about the community, and also if somebody who's in law enforcement is doing it. So they're supposed to be very good. I don't know much about them. I'm going to stop talking about things I don't know too much about, which will be all the books. And I must read them soon. I'm going to say that about all of them. Both of these books are set in France. That's why I'm holding up to get them, put me in the middle. This one's written by a French author, and I'll try to pronounce his name, and I won't do very well. It is Jean-Paul Didier Long. Oh, you can't pronounce it. There you go. This one is more light-hearted. It's about somebody who works destroying books. Whatever they want to have them sold, presumably. But he reads bits and pieces that he saves to the people on the train, on the 627 train. It's translated from the French, so it's supposed to be very uplifting and very good. This one's the opposite. It's supposed to be sad. It's about P, who's only 5, and a summer that she spends with her sister after her dad dies in France. And I've been meaning to pick this one up for a while. It's probably good to read the two of them together. Maybe this one first and that one. Cheer me up a little bit. Okay. This appeared, or at least the book launch of this appeared on my BookHaul. I have forgotten all the words. Vlog. The word I'm looking for was vlog. I have a sort of a vlog for the first 3 days of BookTubeathon. They're mostly clips, really, but I have clips of the lovely Maura Brophy launching this book. She actually launched it with Frances Long, announced her. Frances Long and Maura Brophy are both female fantasy writers who are Irish, and there's very few of them, so I'm hoping to read their books and see what they're like. Because it'd just be nice to have. We have some nice literary authors, but it's nice to have people from other genres. Literary authors are a genre, are they? We'll see. Elizabeth Taylor. I'm a member of the Elizabeth Taylor reading project. I was invited by a friend of mine on Goodreads to her group. We read one book from Elizabeth Taylor every month. We're starting off with. I'm looking behind me because it is behind me. There it is. We're starting off with at Mrs. Lippincott's. I'm reading this back to front, or the mirror image of it. I'm reading it at the moment. Obviously, I'm going to read it back to front. I do want to read in forward direction. Sorry. That's the one we're reading for August. So this is my September read. So looking forward to that, because that's what you say when you do a book haul. I've watched enough people's channels. Ken Liu, I had to show it this way. It's an ex-library edition, so it's got a shiny cover. There's Ken Liu's The Paper Menagerie. Beautiful edition. Never read. An ex-library book. They obviously got rid of it because nobody read it. So I'm really disgusted. If you come from the Fingal area of Dublin, why does nobody in your libraries read this? And in fact, the interlibrary loan works for the whole of whole of Ireland. So why has nobody read this? Because they're probably like me, and no longer a member of a library. My favourite Macaroni ever. I just picked up this edition because I like these editions. I have it for so this is Kafka on the Shore. So I have it for the Wind Up Bird Chronicle as well, which would be my second favourite, but that might be 1Q84. I haven't decided yet. But this is my favourite. It's the first one I ever read. I read it on audio from Audible, and I really needed to pick up hard copies, and I prefer these editions to the more modern paperback editions that are available in Ireland at the moment. On to my last book, because we're going to cut off before the 15 minutes is over for once. And this is Siddhartha by Hermann Hesse. Hesse, because his name is German. So that should be the pronunciation. So it should be Hermann Hesse. German name without an Irish accent, sorry. It's classic, beautiful edition. This is a Penguin Classics Deluxe edition, and it is deluxe. The edges, I forgot the word for the edges, lovely French flaps. Short enough book. If I don't like it, someone's going to be really happy to get this back again in the charity book system. If I do like it, I am so onto a winner. Thank you for watching this. It's my 4th time filming, so hopefully this is your first time watching and you're going to enjoy it. Bye.